Hey you guys, welcome back. It's Stella's Knife Obsession. Today I have another Who Wore It Better, and I threw that Sharpie in there just so you could get an idea as to what the size was of these. These are Drop Dogtooth by Brad Zinker. I love these knives. I think they're ingeniously made, if that's the word I'm searching for. And you might hear a little echo because I'm doing this in my garage, so sorry about that if it does come across a little weird. But yeah, so I wanted to go over these two guys, but first I did want to do, I don't really know how to, I find that I don't really know how to review a fixed blade without doing any type of bushcraft type of work with it. And since this is not mine, this is Richard C's, and so are these. So today's episode is sponsored by Richard C. Thanks again, dude. I really appreciate your generosity. And if it weren't for people like you guys, I don't know what I would be doing right now, because I would have to make some stuff up because I don't have these knives that are new to my channel right now. So I'm really loving this, and I appreciate you very much. So anyway, I did want to do a little something, say something about this at least. First off, I wanted to say that the micarta handle is fantastic. It's done very well. It's contoured so beautifully, as you can see. It's nice and thick, but not overly thick because it's a relatively small, fixed blade, so you don't want it to be huge, like the handle. I mean, it's very nicely proportionate with the blade, I'll say. Now this is a Maverick Customs design, and I love it. I want to see something from these guys in the folder way, I'll say. I would, if they came out with something like this in a folder, I think I would go mad over it, honestly. This micarta is so beautiful, you guys. I wish we had touch, like touch TV or something, because I can't explain how good this micarta is. It is fantastic, and I find that it's just so comfortable in your hands. Gosh, it's just like I've said before, it's like they took a mold of my hand and created a knife to fit it perfectly. I mean, your thumb just rests right there in the harpoon, in the poon part, and then the blade, it just naturally, I could see this skinning an animal. If that's what you do, you go hunting, you skin your animal, whatever. This would be perfect for that. I mean, if you like a smaller knife, because I don't think that using a large knife in a hunting application would be very good when it comes to skinning. I can't imagine, anyway. I'm not the type of person that goes out and kills what I, eat to kill what I want to eat, But I can see this being used in that application very easily and very nicely. It would be perfect for skinning. And I just think this would be a nice fit for a hunter who doesn't want to carry a bunch of bulky stuff and likes a really nice, comfortable grip that's washable because it's micarta, and also that is going to keep a grip because it's micarta. So this is the perfect little hunter's knife for me, anyway. I would love to end up getting one of these for camping this summer. So I'm looking for a nice little fixed blade, and I would like either the baby or the harpoon. Now that I've gotten my hands on one of them, I definitely, it's just a clincher for me. I definitely want one. I think that Kaiser puts out some pretty decent little fixed blades. So I did want to do at least a paper test, because this thing is sharp. No lie, man, this stuff is just melting off. It just feels like wax coming off of a candle, you know. It's just incredible. So this thing it's impressive. I love it. It's a terrific knife, in my opinion. I love it. So, you know, if any of you guys out there were thinking about buying a relatively smaller fixed blade, I think this is a great choice for you. Great choice. So, yeah, fantastic. So fun. So fun. This is my therapy, and I was just talking to Android Goat about that. I love it. Yeah. Knives are such an incredible part of my life, and they are incredibly therapeutic. I love it. I love everything about them. I love everything about looking at them, holding them, taking them apart, anything. All of that. All of the above. So now that we've done that, let's see what we're looking at on the Dogtooth. One is this one right here. This is G10, but it has titanium, let's do this here, titanium liners that are carbonized. They have to be, actually, because there's no hardened steel insert. So to get this to work properly as a liner lock, they have to carbonize the liners. So I'm almost positive that's what they had to have done here with this, with the construction of this knife. Now that's impressive. The only reason I found out that it was titanium, because it's not magnetic, and I know it's not aluminum. So what's the next thing? It's titanium. So I don't know if, okay, so the clip is not titanium. Let's see if this one is. I doubt it. No. But this one, the whole thing is titanium. So just to give you a little view of both of them together. Gorgeous. These things are beautiful. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It's just gorgeous. It does look like the fangs on a dog, doesn't it? Woof. Very cool knives though. So what I wanted to do here is I was just going to compare the two designs. Now, I was honestly very torn about this. Now, the reason I'm torn is because they're both very attractive. And I love the titanium one, but I don't know, see, so something about the action on the orange one is just a little bit better to me. As far as just the design, I'm gonna say this one is actually better looking in a way. Now this one, as you can see, does have the hardened steel insert. I think that was important to mention only because of this not having one. So I think for sure it has to have the the carbonized liners. So, but yeah, this one is slightly wider. I don't even think it's that much at all, like literally millimeters, millimeter maybe. It's so close, but everything is the same except for the handle. So both of them work, both pocket clips work exactly the same. They're both the same design. They both feel nice in the hand. But this one, you can feel everything on this one, and that means the clip, kind of, you can feel that in your hand. I can see that being a hot spot, but this isn't a hard use knife, so clips being hot spots on a knife like this isn't really a major thing in my eyes. Now on this one, it's a little more comfortable. However, you do still feel that clip, but it's a little bit more comfortable only because it's ever so slightly contoured. So as you can see, the titanium ones are flat, and then these are contoured just the slightest bit, and that slightest bit actually goes a long way. So it fills the hand slightly better, just a little bit, and I feel like it's just a little more substantial. This one is like a featherweight in a way, you know. There's nothing bad about it. Would I love to have either one of these? Heck yeah, you guys. I would take either one of these off your hands, no problem. But I'm just saying, I think that he got himself a couple of really, really nice knives. These feel like just, I don't know, they feel like status in my hands. These things feel upper class. I don't know how to explain what I mean, but I hope you can understand by what I'm saying. They're done very well, especially this one. Now, I do think this one has a little bit of a unique factor going on for it, because the way they did all the speed holes in the handles. But I think they could have put more holes here, and I think instead of these little ones, if they only wanted to go with one row of the holes on this side, then they probably should have just done the big holes down the middle instead of omitting all of the other two rows, you know. But that's just a weird little nitpick, honestly, that I'm pointing out here. Now, let's see. The satin finish on both of these is quite beautiful as well. So they're both they're very good looking blades, exactly the same. They both have the same swedge on the top. I love the fact, I actually like the BZ. I don't know why, but I do. I like the letter Z. I think it's a cool looking letter. So when I see it on something and it's very minimal, I like it. So some people may not like the billboarding. I personally, I like it a lot. So, and I love Drop's Maker's Mark. I think it's very cool. It's totally like to me, Drop's knives are like, if we were relating these to music, these would be alternative music, you know. I hope that makes sense. But my end all be all between these two, and this was a hard decision, was the orange one. Actually, I think that this is my preference out of the two, because it's just, I don't know, something about it. This orange isn't a bad orange at all. It's very pumpkin-y orange rather than like a hunting orange or whatever, you know. But it has a slightly darker orange, you know, element to the color, you know. Plus I love the action on this one. It's just slightly different, because they're very consistent between the two, so I can't really say one action is better than the other, and I really only think the difference that I feel is simply because of the framework. So they're both very well made, so well made. But I love the very minimal sound you get. Listen to it close. I love that. Ooh, it sounds so good. Let's see. Yeah, you can tell it's the same. This one doesn't sound as loud as this one because it has more material to absorb the sound. So it's just a little quieter. But if you could feel the difference in your hand, they feel nearly exactly alike, like nearly identical. Oh, I just love this knife. It really is a great knife. And it has great action. It's not like the kind of like Kaiser fall shut action, but it's just a little bit of motivation, and it goes just, it's so smooth. Beautiful knives. This one, yeah, it has that a little bit louder click. Now that's just because the titanium isn't absorbing as much sound as the liners and the G10 on the other one. This one also, for some odd reason, my finger slips off the flipper on this one, and I don't know why, because they're done exactly the same. Yeah, they are exactly the same, so yeah. Awesome knives. I love them. I can't blame him for buying 2 variants because they're so attractive. I often buy 2 variants of many knives, to be quite honest with you guys, and you probably already know that. So yeah, this is just, oh man, quite the pleasure. Both of these have been all of these knives that I've recently received from everybody. Yeah, this one's pretty sharp. Let's see how this one works here. I was just trying to see if I could get an idea as to which one he uses more. I'm gonna say it's this one. Let's see, what steel do we have here? Let's see, what are we working with? S35VN. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. See, the billboarding is very minimal, you know. I love Brad Zinker's little signature, very simple, to the point, and I like that, you know. Like these knives, they're very simple, to the point, but they have so much class backing them up, you know. It's just, they're beautiful knives. So, do I recommend them? Absolutely. I don't know if you can find these on sale anywhere, but if you can, and if you have the money, go for it, because these things are nice. Very, very nice. And yeah, they're still sharp. So, great little knives. Thank you so much, Richard. I have been enjoying the box of knives that you've sent me so much. I would love to get my own harpoon or baby. Either one. I'm actually really glad you sent me the harpoon, because I'm leaning more toward the harpoon, because I think it's just so nice. And I love the way my thumb just goes right to the harpoon. You know, it's just perfect for my hands. So I really love this. Great, great knife. Look at the stock too. This is not a weak knife. I'm pretty sure it can take a beating. So yeah, oh man, it's been so fun. I just sliced paper with it, basically. I'm not sure if Richard does any you know, any bushcrafting, but if you do, let me know. You can shoot me an email, or even just leave a comment below and let me know. But on that note, I'm not going to start rhyming. And I think I've kept you guys long enough. We're going on 19 minutes here. So I'll see you soon.